Nation, how's it going? We are about to do a Yuma Clinical Trials podcast. That's why we're in a random coffee shop in Yuma. But stay tuned. Actually, go subscribe right now to Yuma Clinical Trials Instagram and to Yuma Clinical Trials YouTube. We have some of the staff, some brand new staff on that side, and then we're moving towards the more seniors. Yeah. So maybe we start with Daniela. This is your second day. So you did a great job in the interview, by the way. So just give them like 30 seconds who you are and how you did on that. How you did in that interview. And we got to switch mics.
Lo voy a hacer en español. ¿Está bien?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll translate.
Okay. Mi nombre es Daniela Ramírez. Es mi segundo día aquí trabajando para Yuma Clinical Trials. Les voy a hablar un poquito de mi background. Yo soy médico general en México. Tengo 2 años de haberme mudado aquí a Estados Unidos. Ha sido un poquito complicado el adaptarme por el lenguaje, por el sistema de salud. Ha sido un poco difícil adaptarme y hace unos 2 semanas encontré la oportunidad de trabajo que estaban solicitando. Y voy a ser sincera, yo sabía la existencia de los clinical research, pero nunca lo había visto como una oportunidad de trabajo para mí. Y una vez que envié mi currículum, me agendaron la entrevista, yo empecé a investigar un poquito más de qué se trataba y la verdad es que tuve la oportunidad de leer el libro de Dan y se abrió un abanico de posibilidades para mí que nunca había contemplado. Entonces yo ahorita estoy muy feliz, estoy muy agradecida con la oportunidad y espero crecer aquí con la empresa.
And she did great in that interview. You'll read the English subtitle, but if you're Spanish speaking, you understood. But if you're not, you'll see the subtitle, what she said. Her interview is fantastic. And another fantastic interview, Fernanda. You're 2 weeks now.
Yes,
right?
2 weeks.
How's it going so far? You learned a few things?
So far, so good. The first week was obviously chaotic.
Your replacement did a good job, or the one that you replaced did a decent job transitioning you?
Yes.
Shout out to Grecia.
Yes, shout out to Grecia. Thank you so much. I miss her. But yes, it was a little bit all over the place, getting to know the system, getting to know what patient names, Creo, and everything.
Oh, nice. They'll be happy with this.
But yes, so far I've been doing great.
Okay. And you are doing the patient ACE.
Yes.
And we'll get more into that. We have Dr. Shaw. It's very rare we get a PI on the podcast. We've been doing the studies for like a year, maybe a little more. Yeah. About a year, right? Yes. It took a little long to get the first 2 studies we got. We couldn't enroll anyone, so we just got the startup fee, which is all right. But we'd really want to enroll patients. What is your experience so far? Now we're on our 3rd or 4th study.
I think we have a good team and a good system in place. Only thing is we have to find the patients, and we have aggressive marketing and going after and getting the patients. We need to get tons of patients.
That's why we're in a coffee shop.
So this is somehow whichever way we can do it, it'll be a successful everybody. I mean, that's only my thinking, suggestion, or
what about for
wish.
The monitors? When the monitors come, like what was your expectations before you did research versus now, like the reality?
No, it's not really, it's not burdensome at all. It's just more of a paperwork kind of thing. And you have a good team, so basically they really, I'm just a kind of go along. So it's not a burdensome at all. It's a fun experience, and just I think it's a clinical research is a good field, but we need to get a lot more patients and a lot more.
I got a good question for you.
Yeah.
There's some people out there that are watching that want to start their own site
Yes.
And there might be people like me, Luis, like anyone here.
Uh,
And the first step is they try to approach different doctors.
yeah.
So, what was it? I know Dr. Smith knew you already,
Right.
so that made it easier for me. But what was it that you wanted to hear versus you didn't want to hear when approached by, like me, for
Right.
example?
No, no. I actually wanted to do something, and I have done the clinical research myself with the coordinator. But without coordinator, you are lost, and it's a lot of work. So basically, once you had the system in place, I thought that is, that's make it so easier to get these things going, and there is a no competition also in town. So I thought that will be, hospital is not doing.
The hospital shut down.
Yeah, so I thought it will be good for everybody, good for patients, for the companies, and for everybody else, and all the employees, and for you. And thanks for starting the clinical trials in Yuma. I mean, it's a good really thing to for community, and good for patients, and good for improving the getting new drugs, and new or new improving the patient care. I think
Yeah,
it's
and it wouldn't
fantastic
work
for
without
everybody.
people like the staff that actually, there's not very much I do like day to day. I grow the business, but these are the ones day to day talking to patients, talking to the physicians. We're training the new ones how to do that, but they've been doing it pretty good. And then we got the more senior staff. Luis, you've transitioned to from our last podcast from just learning. You were like them, brand new to
And still, there in research, you're still learning every day. Yeah. But
you're still learning,
yeah,
but
you're
now
still
you're
learning. But
you're teaching others
yeah,
more.
I'm hopefully I'm not overwhelming you
No.
girls.
He's a really good teacher.
No. But yeah, it's just like I'm trying to show like in general, like a point of view about what research is once you're in. So
And best thing was, I think I that no IRB involved, because I did with the hospital, and I had to get IRB authorization, and it was a while back, and it was easier to get at that time because I knew people. But now it will be impossible, more or less.
Yeah, now
I
the
know
IRB is like the big company. They rubber stamp everyone. It's more paperwork than anything else. You guys will learn that next year. You're gonna teach them the IRB
yeah, about the
study startup,
ARB and
They'll
study
pick it up.
startups,
They'll pick it up.
renewals, and everything. Yeah, you'll see.
especially for Nan to
pretty
take notes on everything.
Oh yeah, I know.
Surprised they're not taking notes in this podcast.
Sorry.
So you've been. What are some of the things since our last podcast that maybe is surprising, and like the good and the bad about what you've seen about doing research so far that you can tell the new people and maybe relatively new, not really because Shaw's done studies before, but the new staff, like the good and the bad about doing this.
Like research in general, you can say like it depends. Well, I'm think that it's just like more of delegation of tasks. We'll just say like now that we have like different staff, but I'm not saying that it's just like a bad thing. It's just like I'm trying to see like what effort can I do for you girls just to show you like an easy way of how do we do the work.
They know
as well.
delegation log now.
Yeah, they know very many different documents like the DOA, the ISF as well for the binders that we have there.
Yeah, today they did two, well, one delegation log with Dr. Shaw.
Oh, that's true. So now they can start, Dr. Shah recruiting patients for COPD.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that will be like my main example, just like trying to like put like an example for the rest of the team. I think that will be like the main different key point that I can talk.
So there's the patient care and then there's the paperwork side. And everyone likes the patient care aspect more, like the patient interaction. I mean, it's not considered care because we don't do care. Research is technically not care, but you can still treat the patients very well. We've uncovered some conditions that they didn't know they had because we go very thorough in some of the lab tests. So you are providing a service for the community, but you do also have a lot of paperwork and you have monitors. You've dealt with very good monitors,
Yeah, you can.
mediocre monitors. What's the difference between what's a good one and a
A good monitor will always gonna email you at least like, I'm not saying like daily, but at least those monitors are going to keep like a good track on you. Like every monitors can be on your side every 2 months or 3 months. So a good monitor will always gonna do a follow-up email for you. Like, did you already finish this task that I found on our last side monitoring
like
visit?
Kevin? You would
Like
consider him
Kevin,
a good
yeah,
monitor.
for example, he's
Shout out to Kevin. He was on the podcast. Did you watch that one? Kevin? I gotta send you the Kevin one. You probably watched it already, though. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but-
she's been on it.
he's a good example of a great
The one I
CRA.
talked to today is a good one. Amy.
That's another one for
From,
COPD, for the
COPD?
blinded team. Yeah,
Shout out to Amy. She doesn't really know us, but
no, but she will.
I talked to her today for like 15 minutes to get them up to speed.
Yeah, and everything was solved because of her. You know,
Yeah.
there were some changes that we need to do on the DOA, and Amy was so fast.
Yeah.
She answered a call, and basically she solved like our main problem.
So, what
because of
advice
it.
do you have for these two? They're brand new.
What advice? Oh my god, just like I'll say, I know that it's a lot of you can say vendors, documents, tasks every day. Don't try to overthink about it like at the beginning, because that will be, I know, that will overwhelm yourself, and you'll start, you know, making more mistakes because you don't want to make mistakes at the beginning. Most of the time, you know, it's just like you need to keep a good track of it of any vendor's site. That's why I'm always telling like, at least for the beginning, these are the ones that we're using. But as you're going on, as you're going forward, and you girls will see once we start with the for study initiations, you know, visits next week actually, you'll see how many vendor sites does like the sponsor or the investigation center will provide to you. So, and you will see everything. That's why I'm just trying to see like, just focus on this one by this moment. Don't try to look further. You will learn either way. Yeah, but it's just like at least at the beginning.
And Dr. Shaw, what qualities do you like in a coordinator?
Coordinator has to be good with the communication, easy to deal with, and not too bureaucratic. And you can call anytime any problems and help you to solve the issues or problems. Yeah.
Well, sounds like you guys, honestly.
And has to be good looking.
Ah, that doesn't hurt either. And for you guys, do you have questions for Luis?
Oh, for me?
Let me see. Well,
Career-wise, he's doing QA now.
how long
Quality
have you been
assurance.
with Yuma Clinical Trials?
Almost 2 years. I started on December 4th, 2023. Yeah. And it was the same as Daniela, actually, that Dora reached to us. It was like, it was amazing because at the beginning I couldn't believe it. You know, I had a different point of research of what was, and now it's completely changed right now. Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Dora, because I don't go on Indeed and look through that stuff.
Yeah, I know already. You know, I thanked Dan at the beginning, and now it's just like, once
was
Dora let me
Dora.
know that she was the one that reached me and texted me, I was like, oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Dora.
'cause when you put an ad on Indeed,
Same thing.
the same thing with Daniel, actually. When you put an ad on Indeed, you get all these candidates, and then I'll go in there, and I have like ADD, so I'll like see a couple of not so good ones, and then I do something else, and I forget about everyone else. But Dora goes, you need somebody that, you know, like you, meticulous, that goes one by one. Otherwise, nothing gets done. And I just get frustrated and move on to something else. But that's actually pretty much how everybody got hired is this
Yeah.
way, except Katie. Katie came directly, and I remember like that one stuck out to me because she had a bachelor's degree in Yuma. It's like kind of unusual, unless you're like retired, and then so I had to see her to see it for myself. But yeah, there's actually good talent in town. The problem is nobody wants, like, everyone wants someone with experience, and you don't have experience, but you have to see like the qualities in the people. And it's really tough. Like we've had some really bad interviews. So you have to be in enough of those to see the good ones. And both of these girls had like super good interviews.
Let me ask you a question then. Do you check the references?
No. Unless I don't believe their story. I've done it I've done it a few times if I don't believe where they say they work,
Yeah.
but usually no. Like for them no.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. If I don't believe it though, like there was I can't remember the exact example, but somebody applied and they said they had experience from some coordinating, but when they interviewed, they didn't know anything, like even what a DOA log was, which I showed her on her first day what's a DOA log. So I called the references, to see it, and like it didn't pan out. They were just putting stuff. And now with AI, people are gonna start to game their resumes for the job because now I showed you guys the AI. If you use ChatGPT and you have a job you're applying to, you can tell ChatGPT, make my resume so that I'm a perfect candidate for
Yeah,
this job.
it's
And
funny,
it'll-
but yeah, accordingly to the job
Yeah.
decision. Yeah.
and it will do it. So then you kind of have to do that more now. But,
But
no, I
is there
haven't done.
any way to screen out the resume, AI resume versus regular resume? There are some ways to do that. I
There's
believe.
tools that you can
Yeah,
pay
tools,
for.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I know,
just
I
me
know.
and Dora's
I know, I
eyes.
know.
And, yeah, but there are tools.
Yeah, yeah.
There are tools for that. But it's a lot of work.
I know.
Just to look at each one is a lot of work. But these guys did well. Do you guys have advice for people watching that are not research experienced, but like they maybe they're having an interview coming up? Because you guys did it, they want to know like how you did it. You guys each have your own story of how you did it with no experience. There's a lot of people watching.
Sí. ¿Quieres decir algo tú? Okay. I I would say the best experience is just be yourself. Just be your
No,
genuine
not
true
everyone
self.
can be themselves.
Oh,
That
well,
maybe works for
I
you.
don't know. It worked for me. I'm so sorry. No, but I'm being serious. Be yourself. Just be true. Like say the whole truth. Like if you have this skills, just put it in your resume. Cause I don't know. At the end, maybe the customer service skills that you have might be a great for the next job. Um,
What did it for her?
No, it did it for her because the patient is like
No, but what did it for her was during her interview, she was writing notes and she
Oh.
had questions.
I have a bunch of questions actually.
yeah, she had the
loaded.
questions, but
Nobody else did that.
I'm talking about
Let me
like
see.
she trying to reach the patients. Like the first
Yeah.
call that she did was like surprisingly because it was like, oh my god, she did it.
My questions.
Like
Yeah,
awesome
show
for
the
first
camera your
time.
questions.
She
My
has-
questions.
You see?
Big note, right, see,
Yeah.
She came with this.
How many
She
books
came
you
with
have
that.
at home?
Oh yeah, I do have like 6 or 7 books.
She came with that to the interview. That shows me
Yes.
as a business owner, like I'm about to invest in somebody who doesn't know anything about research. Like, is she likely to succeed? And the people we interviewed, most of them are no. But her, she's got notes. So it's like, okay, there's attention to detail. Exactly. And then for Daniela, it was like relatively simple because she was international medical graduate. You don't say no to that. I have said no to an international medical graduate because sometimes they're assholes, but not you, obviously. But there's been some dudes. Were you there in that interview?
Not in that interview.
There
but
was
I
an IMG last year interviewed from Mexicali, and he was just like arrogant.
Oh no, I was. Yeah.
And like I was like, there's no way he can barely like keep it cool with me. How's he gonna do with like Katie or Luis? There's no way. This dude's gonna eat them up.
So sometimes if everything even looks okay, I do check the references just to make sure, because I have sometimes surprises. So most of the time references are given by their friends or family, so it's very hard. They're good usually. I mean,
Yeah.
but sometimes you try to, in a way, would we hire this person, or what is the negative for this person? What is the positive aspect of this person? So you try to figure out plus and minuses. And sometimes after all these years, so many interviews, I gut feeling was important for me. After all these things, my gut had to tell me, okay, this person is right for the job. This person is just something inside tells you. And that's another thing. There is no value to that, but I mean that's what I use. That after some that I know that this person will be right person.
There's a gut feeling that as a site owner you develop with time, because me 15 years ago hiring people, I could be tricked, like, oh, this person has a fancy resume, and then like you hire them and they're not really good at all. You become much better at that, filtering people out through time, through the gut experience. Which, yeah, it's hard to explain exactly how, but
Yeah, yeah. And I have interviewed two process, two steps. One, my office manager interviews, and then I interview.
okay.
So what her impressions are and what my, the way notes. So it's kind of cross check a little bit sometimes.
We do that sometimes on
Yeah.
the ones that we're not sure about. Like we'll have the team do it. So we have a third one we hired that you haven't met yet. She starts in October, but we did a Zoom interview, and we had the team do another Zoom interview with her. But these two were hired on the spot.
I know
right?
because she's overqualified.
Yeah, yeah.
Both of them, Doctor.
Daniela.
Both of them are full qualified. Yeah.
So,
We could have Daniela as a medical monitor in 5 years, 10 years for sure. If that's what you want to do, is it something you want to do? Might be. Yeah. There's some companies that would hire her. And so that's it. What's the goals now? You guys still overwhelmed? More or less?
A little bit less.
A little bit less.
There you go.
I tell you, right now when you start, you see all this stuff, GCP, do this, do that. I don't even know where you guys are at with all that. But if you break it down to like what's priority right now, it's patient ACE, COPD, the AFib, and then that other one soon. It becomes easier to manage what's a priority versus like everything else is just like learning opportunity, really. So I think that's where we're at with them, but they're very good. What do you think? As like
Yeah,
a
no. They actually.
manager in training.
Be honest.
No, I'm actually very grateful with them. It's just like it's amazing because of Fernanda. She shows the curiosity to learn more and to know how the things are going like in the right way. I mean, for both of you, and for
She's clean, like the workspace. She's like,
Yeah.
no, we gotta clean this space. Shout out to Grecia. What happened?
hey, I didn't say nothing,
I
Grisel.
didn't say it in
But
nothing.
I'll
I'm
show her that
sorry.
short right there.
But and with Daniela, we were doing today some study. I mean, I was showing her the study applications. How do you apply? How do you see about?
Oh yeah, I gotta show you the
about
biz
it.
dev. Yeah.
And before that, she was mentioning something about one of her current studies that we have that she saw like a previous clinical trial, like a previous phase of one of them, and she was telling me like the difference of the parameters that they were reviewing and everything. I was like, oh my god, I was amazed.
Yeah.
I think she will like the study applications, and Fernanda it's awesome for the study visits. I know that Daniela will do it.
Do you know what Daniela? Do we want to tell them? You almost didn't want to come to the interview. You almost didn't want to come because you were not like confident in the English. I think it's important to tell people that first of all, your English is like pretty good. If my Spanish was like your English, I'd be super happy. But like there's people watching that feel the same way, and they with AI and all these tools, it's less important, and especially if you keep practicing. Like your teacher Monica was the same way. You'll see her, the CRC Academy instructor. So definitely don't make that mistake if you're out there and you think, well, English is your second language, I'm not comfortable. You should go, especially if you're qualified like these two are. You should definitely do that. So glad you made the right choice for that. Anything else?
Compared to your jobs, my office jobs are so difficult.
Yeah.
They have to learn the EMR. They have to deal with each patient, when to get, who to get, which provider to get.
But you know what? The
kind
best-
is it?
our
Each
third
and every
one-
patient challenge.
Our-
They can't hear. And they are senior citizens. You can't hear. They can't speak. It's hard to listen.
It's a
They
lot
have
of
multiple
patience.
problems.
You
They
need
have
patience.
lot of patience.
Our third one, Selena, she's hired, but she's not starting till October. She was a front desk receptionist.
That's
She said in her interview A lot of people think I'm just a receptionist, but it's not just the receptionist.
challenge of that's the best.
Yeah, she said I'm the face of the clinic. When she said that, I was like, wow, do you want to have a job right now? Let's go.
That's what I tell my receptionist. They're not the receptionist. They're the front. They are the front warrior of my practice. They are the first contact with my. So whatever they do can ruin or improve my practice. So they are the key to success. And if they are
In
not,
2006, in 2005, when I started my first site,
yeah,
my receptionist, Rosario, she was a front desk.
yeah.
She was also not confident in her English. I said, none of that matters. I need people. A year in, I said, none of it matters. I need people. And instead of putting Indeed and all this stuff, I know you can do it. How about you come do this research with me? She's now a site owner. She owns her own clinic. She owns a building that we operate in from the front desk. So this career, there's a lot of possibilities for everyone, from medical receptionist to medical doctor. It's everyone in between. That's a lot. And once you come in research, you don't really leave.
But all this don't go on a podcast, does it? All this or
This
just we're
one's my
talking?
podcast.
Huh?
Yeah. This one's my podcast. The
Oh.
next one is for Yuma Clinical Trials,
Oh, okay.
where everyone needs to subscribe right now on
Oh.
Instagram and YouTube.
Oh, so next one is different.
The next one in Spanish, yeah.
Oh.
I'm thinking to hang out, but I don't know.
No.
I'm starting to be like not confident in my Spanish. Any last words?
I think that is a good field and good potential possibilities and good overall good for town and good for patient, good for everybody. I think it's a, clinical research is a perfect. I mean it's a
I think so too.
yeah.
I never seen. I thought I was gonna be in it for 6 months and go to med school, and I haven't left since then. Anything else? Last words. Follow. You guys. None of you have a LinkedIn. You have a LinkedIn.
Yeah, I have a LinkedIn.
Big mistake, but you don't need it now. You have a job, but for your career, we'll help you develop your LinkedIn. That's it. Like, subscribe, comment, share. We got another pod before they kick us out. Bye-bye. Hey, if you guys like that kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Stay tuned for more videos.